Hiya! Welcome to the vibrant center of one of the biggest cities in the world. This is El Zócalo of Mexico City. With over 21 million people, this is the 7th most populated city of the world.
To begin, I want to show you the city's origin.
Mexico City was formerly the Great Tenochtitlan of the Great Mexica Empire.
According to the legend, Huitzilopochtli, the god of war, told the Aztecs to settle where they found an eagle standing on a cactus devouring a snake. And this became the national symbol of our flag.
The Great Tenochtitlan was founded in 1325, and hundreds of years later, it has completely transformed.
Except for that corner, the only remains of the ancient city. This is Templo Mayor,
an archaeological site and museum with a collection of over 7,000 items, most of them found in this place. This temple was dedicated to two gods, Huitzilopochtli, the sun god of war, and Tlaloc, the god of rain. Some of the most relevant pieces in the museum are the massive monoliths of the earth goddess, Tlaltecutli, and of the moon goddess, Coyolxauhqui. Nonetheless, there are many other magnificent items in the collection for you to admire. The Spanish arrival transformed the city's original architecture into the Spanish colonial style, destroying the native constructions in the process. One of the first buildings they built was the Metropolitan Cathedral. The Metropolitan Cathedral is the largest in Latin America, and it is located next to Templo Mayor.
It was first built a few years after the conquest of Mexico, in 1524, but by 1571 it had to be rebuilt as it became too small for the city.
The construction of the cathedral officially concluded in 1830. Taking that long to be built resulted in different architectural styles, which can be observed in the facade: Baroque, Gothic, and Neoclassic. The inside of the cathedral has impressive decorations that worth a slow walk. Especially access the Quorus Hall to admire the two massive organs of 5 tons each and the fine sculpting work in the Quorus seats.
The Spanish used to destroy the temples of the native cultures and with the same materials build their own on top.
Vestiges from the ancient temple can be seen from the glass platforms on the floor outside of the cathedral. Mexico City is cemented on the Great Tenochtitlan, which was founded on the Texcoco Lake. Thus, the underground is unstable, and many buildings are sinking. The colossal Metropolitan Cathedral is an example. It has sunken over 10 meters since it was built, and it has gone over several repairs to overcome this. Another remarkable building of the colonial period is Palacio Nacional, the headquarters of the Mexican government. It is opposite to the cathedral. Curiously, in this place was the palace of Moctezuma II,
the Tlatoani or ruler of the Mexica Empire at the time of the Spanish invasion.
The Tlatoani's palace was demolished, and once again, the Spanish constructed their government building on top using the same stones. To access this place, you must register in a free guided tour in the SHCP Museum, which is on the side of the National Palace.
Once in the palace, you can admire the architecture of the building and have a look at the iconic murals of Diego Rivera, depicting some of the most relevant moments of Mexico's history. Diego was the husband and teacher of Frida Kahlo, and if you want to visit their museums, watch our coming video about the neighborhood of Coyoacán.
The city center is full of beautiful historical colonial buildings. But a few blocks from the Zócalo Square,
there is a group of modern emblematic buildings that you must visit in Mexico City.
We will reach them following the Street of Madero to the next big avenue, El Eje Central. And we will start with the most famous viewpoint in the city, the Latin American Tower. It was once the highest building in Mexico City at 166 meters height.
And it's the first skyscraper built in a high-risk seismic area.
Since the completion of its building in 1856, it has endured two major earthquakes of 7.1 and 8.1 in the Richter scale. If you're not afraid from heights, you can enjoy the wonderful views of the city from the viewpoint on floor 37, and even go a little bit higher to the floor 42. Up here, strong winds blow, so you may want to bring a jacket.
In the next street is the Postal Palace. Constructed in 1907 and designed by the Italian architect Adamo Boari. The interior is covered with marble and multiple colors, featuring exquisite details like a crystal dome, a sumptuous stairway, and the original elevator.
The building is still a postal office, and the entrance is free. However, access to some areas is restricted and can only be visited booking a free guided tour.
And now I present to you Bellas Artes, the Palace of Fine Arts.
It was built in 1904 and also designed by Adamo Boari, with a facade mainly in Art Nouveau and its interior in Art Deco. Conceived as a sublime venue to host the arts, it has two halls for musical recitals, multiple halls for expositions, an architecture museum on the last floor, and several murals by the most relevant Mexican painters of the time, José Clemente Orozco, David Alfaro Siqueiros, and Diego Rivera. Furthermore, it is the house of the National Theatre Company, the National Symphonic Orchestra, the National Opera Company, and the Mexican Folklore Ballet. So, if you have the chance to attend to any performance in this venue, do take it! Likewise, if you want to get a great picture with this iconic monument of the city, many of the surrounding buildings have cafes or restaurants that offer different views of Bellas Artes. Outside Bellas Artes, you can walk in the Alameda, the oldest park not only in Mexico, but America. It was built in 1592 and has an extension of over 80,000 square meters. Within the park, you will find multiple sculptures and monuments. One of the most important is the hemicycle to Juárez.
This is a homage to one of our most remarkable presidents, Benito Juárez. This was a small peek into Mexico City Center, the historical heart of the city that guards many treasures to be discovered.
There are many other places to visit here, like museums, beautiful buildings, and restaurants.
So, if you're interested, let me know in the comments. Bye now!